Hello students. Today we are going to solve a problem in engineering drawing based on the hyperbola. So here we have to construct a hyperbola. For that the question is like, we have to draw a hyperbola when the distance of its focal from its directrix is 50 mm and eccentricity is 3 by 2. And also we have to draw a tangent and a normal to the hyperbola at a point 25 mm from the directrix. So, the very first thing we have to find out the eccentricity for the given problem. So, in this hyperbola we know that E is equal to 3 by 2. We know that whenever the value of E is greater than 1, we can get a hyperbola. So, as it is given the question that eccentricity is 3 by 2, so we get the value E is greater than 1. Because the answer here, when we divide the 3 by 2, we will get 1.5. Hence, the eccentricity E is greater than 1. Hence, we can construct a hyperbola. Now, to construct a hyperbola, first of all, we have to draw a vertical line. This vertical line is known as the directrix line, and we can give the text to this line as the D complement comma D. This D represents the directrix line. So, on this line, we will select any one of the point. From there, we have to mark the starting point A. There is nothing but we have to draw a principal line here. But before that, from the A, we have to draw the focus. So the focus is 50 mm from the directrix. So I have selected a point A. From here, I will mark the point focus by taking the distance from the directrix 50 mm. So here, the distance from the directrix is given for the focus is as 50 mm. Now, after that, we have to divide the focus line as per the eccentricity. Here we have 3 by 2. If we add the 3 and 2, we will get the 5. The result as the 5. So we will divide the focus distance into 5 equal half. So each equal half we will get as a 10 mm. When we divide 50 by 5, we will get 10 units. So 50 divided by 5 means we will get 10. So in each division we have to mark 10. On each division we will take 10 mm. So here we are dividing the point like 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is the fifth one. So here we have divided the focus into 5 equal halves as per the sum of the eccentricities. So now, after that, we have to point out vertex. We have to point the vertex V here. So we know that VF is equal to VE. VF by VE should be equal to 1. So here, as per the eccentricity, the numerator is at 3. So we have to draw the point, we have to select the point V from the focus at the third point. That is nothing but 1, 2 and 3. This is the point where we can mark the vertex. So from V to F we have 30 mm. That is VF is equal to 30 mm. So then we know that VF is equal to V is also 30 mm. So from here we'll draw a perpendicular line that should be equal to VF. So VF is equal to 30 mm and VE should also be equal to 30 mm. So now after that we have to draw a line starting from the point A, passing from the point E, and we have to extend that line. So here I am drawing that line from B, starting from A, I have touched with E, and after that extending to some extent. Then now, after that, we have to draw perpendicular line to the base. The base is nothing but here principal axis. From A to F, when we are extending this also to some extent, and we will give the text is as a B. Now, after that, we will draw the line which is perpendicular to the principal axis and has to join to the inclined line. So, we will draw the perpendicular line from the principal axis by making some equal intervals. We will divide this, or we will draw the perpendicular line up to 6 or 7 units. For example, here we have drawn some lines, so we will give the text like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and we will use the same text here by putting a complement. 1 complement, 2 complement, 3 complement, 4 complement, 5 complement, 6 complement, 7 complement. After that, we have to use the compass with the pencil, and we have to measure the radius from V to E, that is equal to 30 mm. We know only V to E, so we can take the radius, we can maintain the radius with the help of the compass. In that compass we will maintain 30 mm, and we will shift the center from V to focus. Here is the focus, and the focus is on exactly on the third point, third division. So here each interval, when I have taken the each division is equal to 10 mm. It may be from the value from V to 1 is 10 mm, 1 to 2 gap is 10 mm, 2 to 3 gap is also 10 mm. So here I have done the equal divisions here by maintaining 10 mm gap. So now the next thing, from V, when I measure the radius from V to E, I will change the center from V to focus. From V to focus, by maintaining the same radius, I will mark the I will cut the arc on this principal axis because the vertex is lying on the principal one. So from here to here, I will cut the arc. So here this is my point. Initially 0. I will start from 0. Now the same thing, I will measure from 1 to 1 complement with the help of the compass. By maintaining the same radius, I will shift the center from 1 to focus, and I will cut the arc on this line, that is 1 to 1 complement, above as well as below. Now again I have to measure the same thing. I have maintained that is I have to measure the radius from 2 to 2 complement. Whatever the radius of 2 to 2 complement is there, I will maintain the same radius, and I will shift the center from 2 to the focus again. Now I will take this focus as a center by maintaining the same radius from 2 to 2 complement which I measured previously. Now I will cut the arc by maintaining the same radius on this line only, the vertical line or the perpendicular line on the principal axis which I measured. So in the focus also I will measure the same. On the focus we will get exactly on this one. So here our point, here is 1 arc, and here is also the 1 arc. So here I have to give the text P1, P2, and here the point P3, P1, P2, P3. Like the same, I have to repeat for the fourth also. I have to measure the distance with the help of the compass. I have to maintain the radius from 4 to 4 complement with the help of the compass. I will shift. Again I have to shift from 4 to focus, and I have to cut the arc here only. This one. Now again I will repeat from pi to pi complement. Whatever the radius is there, I will maintain the same, and I will shift the center from pi to focus. From the focus, by maintaining the same radius as pi to pi complement, I will cut the arc on this one. So here I will get the point P5 above as well as below. Now I will measure for 6. I will change the center from 6 to focus, and I will cut the arc here. Again from 7 to 7 complement, I will shift the center from I'll shift the center from 7 to again focus, and I will cut the arc of this line only, because whatever the line I am measuring, after changing the center to the focus, I have to cut that line only which I measured. So now suppose I am measuring the 7th one, so on 7 to 7 dash, the 7th complement, I will shift the center from 7 to focus, and I will cut the arc on this perpendicular line only which is at 7. So like this, I got all the points on the arc, that nothing but arcs, by cutting the arcs on that perpendicular line with the principal axis. So now, after that, I have to draw the hyperbola with the free hand. Now, from starting from V, I will join the point P1, P2, P3, P4, P5, P6, P7 line. Now again from here I have to draw the same thing like this. So here we got a hyperbola. So this is the hyperbola how we have drawn. Now after getting the hyperbola, we have to draw a tangent and a normal to this curve at a point 25 mm. So from the directrix we have to measure the distance on this principal axis. Suppose from here to here is 10, 20, 25. So in between this V and 1 I will get the 25. So I will draw a line like this. So here the point M, I am getting the point M here. This point is exactly 25 mm away from the directrix. Away from the directrix. Now, after getting the point on the curve, so at this point we have to draw the normal as well as the tangent. So to get that one, we have to join this line M to focus. So I am drawing a straight line from M to focus. So I know that angle MFT should be equal to 90 degree. Means here we have to draw 90 degree at a point F. So here I have drawn already a line by joining M and F. So from F I have to draw a straight right angle. So here by maintaining a 90 degree I will get a right angle on the directrix. So the side which I am extending here, which is just touch to the directrix point, this is the starting point of the tangent. So up to here I have to draw, so I got the point tangent here. So meanwhile, after getting the tangent, I have to just use a scale. With the help of this scale, I have to draw a straight line by passing from the point M. So here from the point T, I have drawn a line, a straight line which is passing from the point M. So this is the tangent. So I am representing the tangent by taking the text T complement. So this is my tangent. Now after getting the tangent, I have to draw an exactly perpendicular line to the tangent, which is known as the normal. So from here, exactly at 90 degree, I have to draw. So for that I have to measure the angle here, how much is the angle. After that I have to add 90 degree to this theta. Theta plus 90 degree, there we will get a perfect normal is equal to normal. So here whatever the angle is there we have to measure. After that we have to add 90 degree to this theta. and from that whatever the angle is there, we have taken this one exactly 90 degree from here. If we take, we will get a normal like this, n complement. So here we got a normal as well as a tangent. So here the angle is 90 degree again to the tangent. So in this way we have to draw this hyperbola. So you can draw this hyperbola either in your A4 size paper, or else you can use the graph paper to complete this diagram. And by this required diagram we finished. We got the finally normal tangent as a curve for the hyperbola. Here we have completed the problem. Thank you.